my typical day is filled with meetings, consultations, and of course traffic. And that's all part of the hustle and bustle of city life. But the real fun starts when I can just settle down.
Good morning and welcome. It's the news on Wake Up Nigeria today, Tuesday, the 4th day of March 2025. My name is Mike Messikeno. The prolonged leadership tussle in the Lagos State House of Assembly has finally been resolved. Mudashiru Obasa has reclaimed the speaker's seat following the resignation of Mojisola Miranda. TVC News correspondent Abimbola Agbebi reports.
For 49 days, the Lagos State House of Assembly was embroiled in an intense power struggle. But now, the impasse appears to be over. Security was heightened once again around the Assembly premises, a now familiar scene since the leadership crisis erupted on the 13th of January. Lawmakers had sent out a notice of plenary, and this sparked palpable tension on who will preside over the plenary, with recent events that had two people claiming ownership of the seat of the Speaker of the House. As lawmakers and observers waited for hours, the sound of the bell finally rang, signaling the start of plenary. Journalists were granted access. A tense meeting was underway outside the chambers with 39 lawmakers in attendance. Moments later, Mudashiru Obasa joined the discussion while Assembly staff stood by watching. Just when we thought plenary would begin, three ranking members of the House went into another meeting, this time with APC Chairman Cornelius Ojelabi, the State Attorney General Lawal Pedro, Mudashiru Obasa and Mojisola Miranda. Minutes later, lawmakers proceeded to the chamber. Mojisola Miranda walked in and took her seat as presiding officer, marking a pivotal moment in the crisis. The session commenced with an outpouring of commendations for her leadership during the turbulent 49-day period.
I want to thank you for your sacrifice for the state. I want to thank you, and God bless you. Thank you.
In 49 days, you have given me the peace that I have lost for a year and a half in this house. In 49 days, you have given me purpose, and you have re-encouraged me that indeed it is easier to lead with love and not fear.
I'm not surprised about you. Your character has spoken a lot about you. The family you came from, whatever you have done, I'm fortunate to work with Alailua or Bawasiu Bolahon Oniru.
We were able to show that together we remain strong. We're able to show in love. This is the first time, madam, that first timers, second timers, third timers, fourth timers could stick together in love, quarrel in love, end it in love, and guess what? Under your chairmanship.
The commendations were followed by resignations done by all principal officers of the House. but some were renominated to assume new roles. In response to the accolades, Mojisola Miranda formally announced her resignation as Speaker.
Once again, history beckoned on me to make personal sacrifice towards resolving the stemming, implacable leadership crisis rocking this assembly of patriots. It is with every sense of responsibility that I hereby give you notice of my decision to resign as the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly with effect from today, 3rd of March 2025. And I value and cherish the solidarity freely given to me. I am sincerely grateful to each of you for your support and collaboration. At this point, I take a bow as your Speaker.
She stood up from the Speaker's seat to join the rest of the lawmakers amidst loud applause from the gallery. Shortly after, she was nominated as Deputy Speaker and sworn in immediately. The floor then turned to the selection of a new Speaker.
People of Intiosa Constituency 1, rise this afternoon to nominate Right Honorable Dr. Mudashiru Ajayobasa.
Rise to second the motion as moved. Thank you.
Mudashiru Obasa was nominated and he appeared, then returned as the Speaker, after which the House adjourned indefinitely.
And then, of course, on to sporting updates. The FA is expected to consider whether to submit a clearly insufficient punishment claim that could result in a longer ban for Millwall's Liam Roberts following his red card challenge on Jean-Philippe Mateta. The incident came inside 6 minutes at Selhurst Park, where Mateta challenged for a high ball just outside the area, and goalkeeper Roberts came out of his box, catching the Palace's striker's head with his high boot. Mateta has been discharged from hospital with 25 stitches in his left ear after a nasty challenge by goalkeeper Roberts, who's facing a 3-game ban after being shown a straight red card. Any case will be heard by an independent regulatory commission who will decide if the standard ban should not be imposed.
FA Cup 5th round tie is over. Stay calm, analyse the situation, because this could be deemed dangerous play without any doubt.
Excitement and drama is to be expected in the peak of the UEFA Champions League last 16 ties as old foes Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid meet at the Bernabeu in Tuesday's first leg. That's today. While Carlo Ancelotti's champions needed to eliminate Manchester City from the playoffs just to make it this far, their red card and white foes finish in the top 5 of the league phase table. Elsewhere, Club Brugge welcome Aston Villa to Belgium. Lille will travel to play Borussia Dortmund in Germany, while PSV Eindhoven will host Arsenal in Netherlands. And that's it on Sports and the News for the hour. We'll take a short time out. Stay with us. The show is just getting on the road.
Hello, TVC Communications. How can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally.
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini, I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
Angelou was a civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angelou was born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. Angelou had a difficult childhood. Her parents split up when she was very young. Around the 1960s, Angelou lived in Ghana working as an editor and a freelance writer. Angelou also held a position at the University of Ghana for a time before she joined a community of revolutionist returnees exploring Pan-Africanism and became close with human rights activist and black nationalist leader Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. In 1961, Angelou appeared in an off-Broadway production of Jean Gennett's The Blacks with James L. Jones, Lou Gossett Jr. and Cicely Tyson, and went on to earn a Tony Award nomination for her role in the play Look Away, 1973, and an Emmy Award nomination for her work on the television miniseries Roots, 1977, among other honors. Angelou's career has seen numerous accolades, including the Chicago International Film Festival's 1998 Audience Choice Award and a nod from the Acapulco Black Film Festival in 1999 for Down in the Delta. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, more than 50 honorary degrees, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She also won 2 NAACP Image Awards in the Outstanding Literary Work Non-Fiction category for her 2005 cookbook and 2008 Letter to My Daughter. After experiencing health issues for a number of years, Angelou died on May 28, 2014 at her home in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. In May 2021, it was announced that Angelou will be one of the first women to be commemorated with a new series of quarters from the U.S. Mint.
Yep, welcome to What's Up and About. And I just wanted to take an update from what happened over the weekend into this week, of course. That's based on what the discussion that some of my guys had on the black table, and your reaction. So we've seen quite some very, very, very. Should I say, these are things that we cannot talk about on national TV, but it was really back and forth, and a number of people were not happy with the take. Even a number of people were happy with the take. But it's all about what happened with the Burna Boy situation, of course, Sophia, and a lot of takes have been going on and on and on and on in different ways. You made a promise. You should keep to the promise, or there's nothing wrong with what she did and all of that. And people have given different takes and all of that. But myself personally, I'd never spoken about this, and what I wanted to mention concerning all of this was that we have to get to the point whereby the kind of people that should inspire women. It's Women's Month. I mean, the International Women's Day is going to be celebrated and all of that. It has to get to a point where the women who are looked at as shining lights should be people that you would want your sister, your daughter, your mother, or someone to be. And what am I saying? And look, promise or whatever, if as a person, when you get to the point where
you cannot afford certain things.
Not that you cannot afford, but where you are dependent on someone. I mean, we have very strong women.
Lifestyle.
Exactly. Okay. We have very, very strong women.
Like,
I mean,
there are just so many angles to this.
Just a little bit later on today, we'll have Ibukun Awoshika on your view. And when you look at that kind of a person, would such a person have even thought of doing something like that? Those are the kind of people we should celebrate. And this is just to some people who think that the lady is worthy of celebration because she went to buy a Lamborghini. No. You don't get to that point where you think you can, that kind of thing is celebratory. But then, the second one also is this, yeah. I mean, not everybody, we're not angels, yeah. But we've gotten to the point where society has come to the point whereby whatever you are saying, you don't know how did that thing leak, first of all.
So
do you understand?
That's actually where I wanted to come from.
As much as she didn't commit a crime, I'm just talking about being an example. That's why I would have a problem with her. She didn't commit a crime. So it's not something that you can take to law and say, oh, she did something wrong. Just that morally, a lot of people have issues with it, yeah? So she didn't commit a crime. But the point is that somebody leaked something that was supposed to be
a private conversation.
Two people.
Yeah.
And that's where there's a problem also.
Okay, so for those that maybe need some clarity on what Mike is talking about, there was a voice note, not a voice note, a voice recording of a conversation where Sophia is explaining what happened to her.
Yeah, but then again, I feel before we talk about Sophia, who is Sophia? I think those are questions that we are even forgetting to ask. What's making her popular? So who's Sophia?
So that's the issue. It's not really about who she is. It's about what she represents.
What does she represent?
She represents a generation of young women who are considered successful by their generation. Why? Because of decisions and choices they've decided to make for themselves. Now, nobody's saying that you know, everything she didn't create, as Mike said, she didn't commit a crime. But right now, I'm thinking if I'm having a conversation with someone privately and it's recorded and put on social media, that's one side of the divide. Then celebrating Burna Boy for there are some people celebrating Burna Boy even online for him.
Oh yes,
his
the men of Black Table
and reactions.
And that's why they were
that's another kettle of fish on its own. And then her going out to purchase a Lamborghini on her own, that's another conversation on her own. So now, whether she purchased it herself or someone bought it for her, we cannot actually confirm.
If you were in a country,
you mentioned
normally. I think just a few days back, yeah, Shakira had a giveaway, and she gave away a Lamborghini. The person she gave it to, right? She gave $90,000 extra for upkeep. He could not, because he could not maintain it due to his job and everything and needed to be. By the time they did it, he had to sell it. My point is that if you're in a country where things work, you cannot just, in quote, purchase anything if you have not.
So that was actually where I was going.
If you cannot prove that you are earning it at that level, you understand what I'm saying?
You just mentioned the amazing Ibukun Awoshika, who is on your view today. You mentioned her already. She's a finance expert, a business expert, and she has mentioned over so many recordings
on a board
that
of prominent organizations.
Exactly.
Now, it brings to question in mind, to be honest, I am even embarrassed talking about Sophia because I don't know who she is. I don't know what she represents.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Yeah.
What does she do? Why is this socialite doing what? What is the standard of success?
Socializing. That's
what
in
this generation that we live
That's what
in.
socialites do.
What is our success? Our standard for measuring success? Who is a role model? I think we need to begin to really properly put things in perspective. Who is a role model? Who should our daughters emulate as a successful woman, as a woman that we can say, oh, okay, she is worth emulating? What are we celebrating in this generation of ours? It says it's a Gen Z generation, so we should just be welcoming anything as it just comes, it just go. Somebody buy Lamborghini, and everybody is rejoicing about it. Nobody is saying she cannot afford it.
It's not even about
Let's
that.
assume that
it's
she
not
can
even
afford
about her
it.
affording it.
Let's assume that she can afford it. She's working hard, because working hard is working hard.
Calm down.
So
no matter what
you are working,
which is where I was going.
we are working. This is what we are working.
Guys, this is where I was
Tomorrow,
going.
if I want to buy Lamborghini, I'll buy Lamborghini. It's the work I'm working. That is giving me the Lamborghini.
Incidentally,
Mike.
Incidentally, at the Oscars, Anora, that won the most movies, is actually a story about a prostitute. It won the most at the Oscars. And no, see, my point is this: I love what MM is saying, and for the fact, my only disappointment is how many women or people I did not expect who are celebrating her. Yes, she did not commit a crime, but I don't think it is anything worth celebrating. That is where I'm going.
There have been a few posts that came up.
So my daughter now is going to get up on that. She's going to read about Sophia Igweje, and she's going to be celebrating her for buying a Lamborghini.
That's if some people are actually reading.
So
you're considering people that actually read. You're not considering people that just seeing her drive by in the Lambo with the nails, with the hair, with everything. Some people are looking at her and wishing they were her. Sadly, that is the sad reality we have on ground.
I agree. I agree.
Now,
But
we were talking earlier about Ibukwan Awushika, and we're talking about the fact that she is a business expert, she's a finance expert, she's on boards of different companies, right? She's even mentioned in so many of her recordings what she could use that finance to do for the betterment of her future. Now, there's also a post here online that where a tax consultant is urging LIRS to even investigate Sophia. There are so many issues that we cannot even cover here. But where Mike started was the commentary from Black Table. The commentary from Black Table was kind of one-sided, in my opinion. It was more of the men supporting the men. I don't know how to address it, because I did watch Black Table, Mike, I did. But the issue now is, where do we go from here?
Okay, Titi,
what do you do in this kind of situation where she has now gone out to get her own, to prove a point?
To be honest,
that she does not need a guy to buy it for her.
I'm not concerned about where she got it from. I really could care less where she got it from, how she got it. But I am still, because I have daughters, and I don't want them being raised in a generation under the assumption, or with a conceived standard of this is what one should look out for, this is what you should look forward to, this is what you should look up to in terms of standards of being a successful woman in this country. It discredits and disregards and sort of diminishes the hard work that a lot of other women who are working tooth and nail. Even the ones that are not, the standard of success is different on every level. It's standard on every level, and this is a month for celebrating women. Let us excel it. Let us celebrate women that are achieving, that are working hard, that are breaking blood, sweat, and nails and tears, literally, to put food on the table. There's an increase in female breadwinners based on statistics in Africa.
Yes.
We should celebrate that.
Look, let me just, I don't know if I say this now, let me just say, but one person I'm sure, you have every right to say this, because as what pics I know and all of that. There's nothing else to say. But hey, come on, what are your thoughts about all of this? Let's know in the comment section. We will be back after this time.
Let me calm down.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate. and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Go to the next one.
Okay, what's the perfect assurance a man can give to you? Because you're being very specific on your career alone.
Yeah.
So do I need to only focus on your career? That's your own love language. That no other stuff, no
Career
this one.
is career.
Because you focus on career alone.
Career is just part of it.
Money
Yes, everything
first.
is like we need
So
money.
when they imagine
True
relationship
love,
where
true
you need to
relationship
express.
right now.
See where you need
Talking
to
about true relationship right now. True relationship
You
doesn't
need
money from the very beginning. You need money when you get married because of your kids, to take care of your kids.
You need. Do you know that you need money
But
to
later
express?
on,
Do you
don't
know that you need
money
money to express yourself in some certain places, like some certain
Yeah,
things
to show that you love her. Do you know that most guys feel like a girl is coming for his money when they want to like date?
You know, as you marry the guy, in the end, what is important?
Money.
It's Battle of the Sexes, guys.
Ramadan Kareem to all our Muslim faithfuls for our musical performance this morning. Abdul Basit Abdul Salam, whose stage name is Abdul Basit Alaoni, is an Afropop Islamic singer. His lyrics are derived from the words of Allah and the Hadith of Prophet Muhammad. This morning, he'll be performing to the song Ramadan. How are you doing, Abdul Basit?
Yeah, I'm good. What about you?
I'm very well, thank you. So I learned from you today that Ramadan means
the month of
blessings from Almighty Allah. Fantastic. Now let's talk about your performance this morning, Ramadan. What message are you passing across this Ramadan season?
The song contains, I would say, a sermon from the Quran and Hadith. You know, at Almighty Allah prescribed and in the Holy Quran for us, we Muslims, that we should the fasting in the holy month of Ramadan is obligatory on every Muslim. So if you are a Muslim, whether you are a female or female, it is very, very compulsory for you to make the fast compulsory, and not only the fasting. So you have to be more in good deeds. So try to give charity to the vulnerables, and stay away from the bad acts. Be pious. So what you need is piety. So I'm an Afropop Islamic singer, so and I do it in Islamic way. So
what does it mean? What does it feel like actually to be an Afropop Islamic singer? Especially, you know, it's a genre that's not too popular amongst, you know, the Islamic community.
You know, I just feel creativity as a big opportunity for you if you can be creative in what you do. So I can sing the regular Islamic song, but I just sat today and think about the way secular music is being
right.
It's
being widely accepted.
Yeah. So I don't say I can do this thing. I have the talent. So I started doing it since 2015. I started with Corrides Bello's Godwin.
Oh, fantastic.
So I started doing cover after cover. I'm doing some singles, and which I put Allah's Quran verse and hadith and more.
Oh, so fantastic. I can't wait to hear your performance. Ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
Perform. Go ahead with your performance.
Ramadan.
simple, and the perfect breakfast in a Nigerian home is where there's bread, there's egg, and there's butter or margarine involved. Chef Kito is in the house. How are you doing, man?
I'm very well, thank you.
All right, good. So I can see quite some very interesting things here. I'm seeing grass, I'm seeing bread, I'm seeing butter. Is that butter or margarine?
It's butter.
Butter, okay.
Butter, yes.
And then I can see eggs. I can see salt. Just tell me, what are we doing this morning?
So we're making a very, very interesting take on our Nigerian breakfast. Everybody wakes up and eats bread and eggs. But we want to make
everybody, you know, these days now, with the way people are doing fit farm, so people just stand up and just throw me one apple or something. But bread is a nice source for carbs and all of that. So yeah, you said a different take, right?
Yes.
So what's different about this particular take?
I personally believe that what we eat every day, there can be a healthy twist to it. There can be some sort of way we can eat it such that it doesn't have to be so heavy. Most people feel like breakfast has to be a lot, but it can be little and still pack a punch.
Good. You know, talking about breakfast being heavy, some people tell you that it's the best, is the most important meal.
Yes.
You know, to take, and then it depends on the kind of jobs people are doing. So if somebody's going to do very hard work, they will say they would want a heavy breakfast. I grew up having heavy lunches, but then if you take a heavy lunch and you sit down, but for morning, early in the morning, just before you go out now, I'll take tea or something, and yes, maybe some bread, but you know, in maybe a little bit of portion and all of that, right? Okay, so what are we calling the meal today? What are we calling it?
So we're making an open-faced egg sandwich.
Open-faced egg sandwich.
Yes,
okay, let's go through the ingredients. What do we have here?
So we have some eggs here.
Okay.
And we have butter, we have rosemary. We're going to be making some sort of sunny side up for the eggs. And right here I have some arugula, some salad greens right here. And salt. We're trying to reduce the lot of seasoning.
Wait, what do you call this?
Arugula.
What other name? If
you could go to a local store and say you are looking for salad greens.
Okay, salad greens. I just wanted to know the option so that for people who don't want to check out for it.
And then
salad greens. Okay.
We're also going to be topping it up with a staple of mine. I call it an onion chili jam.
Okay.
And it's going to be my secret ingredient on top of it.
Okay, so you guys, all these secret ingredients you guys come up with.
The chef never shares the secrets.
When I go mix chef and magician now, they are saying the same thing now, right? You don't just come and mix something and all of that. Okay, but then you said something. You said this is going to be a healthy option.
Yes.
Why? How is it going to be that? How is it going to be healthy?
For one, eggs pack in your proteins.
Yeah,
every single protein you need, and know how. Even doctors say fat, a reasonable amount of fat is good, but we're not putting so much fat in it.
So the funny thing is this, over time, we've heard different things from different people. Now they say that fat, as it were, is even better taken in proportions than carbohydrates. But we'll talk about all of that when we get back. We'll get straight into what we have to do this morning. It's a little twist, like Chef Kiton said here, to your daily breakfast. We'll be back after this time out.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our relationship segment, and we are honored to have Didi Edit in the building. Now, she is a certified and award-winning dating coach, and she has a matchmaking certification from the U.S. She's been matchmaking for over 7 years now, helping individuals find meaningful connections. Now, she's also founded Matchmaker Didi to address the growing need for privacy in modern dating. There's a lot of dating going on online, so yes, if you want to keep a lot more information to yourself, hey, you might want to go that route. Today's topic is God when. God when. The group that loves to lament, but are they truly ready to leave the single WhatsApp group? It's great to have you in the studio with us.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Welcome. Okay, so #God when. I see this all the time, everywhere. But I also feel like there are quite a few different WhatsApp groups that people are in. Yes, they're single. Right? The single WhatsApp group, nobody wants to be there anymore for some reason. Well, a lot of people, large percentage. But what is it that is keeping so many people single, in your opinion?
Okay. So in the God when group,
yeah,
that's the group that's always really quick to comment on, couple pictures, engagement proposals. They're like, God when, or, but sometimes they're not all ready to be in a relationship. I find that there are like 3 characteristics you can find in that group. So there's the ones that the chronic lamenters. Yes, they want to just lament publicly that they're single and complain about it, but there's no intentional effort to not be single.
Okay.
It's almost like they enjoy lamenting about it more than they'll be in a relationship.
Than doing something about it, essentially. Okay.
It's like a nice group to lament together.
Okay.
And then we have the selective readiness, the ones that they seem like they're ready, but they're selective.
Very selective, like they have like boxes you need to tick before you can.
Yeah, everyone should have boxes, but theirs is like really high, sometimes unrealistic.
Okay.
And you rarely find a group of people that would fit that, what they want.
Okay.
So they end up being in the God when group much longer, because they're saying God when, but their standards are too rigid. So they're not leaving that group anytime soon.
All right. So now there are some singles that are still quite young, but I feel like their own God when might be a lot higher standards than other people's God when. So for instance, yes, there's the God when, God-fearing man, working man, cares about me, sends me chocolates and flowers, the little things. But then there are the Lambo, Mercedes-Benz kind of God when, he must have a jet, etc., etc.
A 6-foot billionaire with a private jet.
Exactly.
A prayer warrior with a sprinkle of Cardi B.
Exactly.
Those are the rigid ones that are very, it's unrealistic. I mean, they exist, but you have to also ask yourself if you're your type. So some people don't go that far to ask themselves if that's their type and everything. I mean, you're allowed to have goals and stuff, but But you have to deal with the consequences that if it's not, if your type doesn't want you, then...
Aha, so now let's touch on this type doesn't want you thing. Okay, so I have to touch on this Lambo matter again. You know why? Because it does feel like, you know, some people just want to be gifted. You know, this is one of the love languages.
Oh, it's
they want to
receive, yes,
receive gifts.
Yeah.
No matter how expensive they want it. And they've been able to get the Lambo.
Exactly.
Right?
Of course.
They are expectant of those standards, right? But then there are other things that they probably have that other people do not have, that have not led to them getting the Lambo. So let's talk about them. Looks and the reality of how people are placing themselves when trying to leave the WhatsApp group.
Well, when it comes to like the Lambo case, like you said,
yeah.
Well, it's not all about looks, obviously. It's about how a person carries themselves, you know, your level of conversation. Because there are lots of good-looking people. They cannot get the Lambo.
Okay.
So it's more like an all-round thing. You know, so some people see it and they're like, why would you want this? Why would she want that? But then again, people are allowed to want what they want.
They're allowed to want what they want.
I have consultations all the time. People tell me, I want this, this, that. I never say you can never have it. No. But people are telling people that, how can you ask for a Lambo? I never tell people, how can you ask for this person? It's just a matter of, like, be realistic.
Okay.
Will this work out for you or not? So someone can ask for a Lambo and get it. You might ask for a Lambo and not get it.
Wow.
Just be realistic, you know, to yourself, I mean.
So those expectations that people have now, for instance, they've been single, let's say for 10 years, maybe they've been searching for 10 years. And they begin to maybe remove some of those expectations, take some things off the list gradually. Are they doing themselves a disservice by, should I use the term settling, just because they want to leave the WhatsApp group?
People hate that word settling. I'd rather pick compromise.
Okay.
Settling seems like you're taking less than you deserve.
Okay.
But compromise seems like you're coming to an agreement. Like, I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, but I will accept your imperfections, you will accept my imperfections. But settling seems like, look, I don't have any choice, I'm going to go to the lowest I can.
Okay.
But to be honest, they both are kind of really similar if you think about it. Yeah, so at some point, to be realistic, you have to compromise.
All right.
You know, that's why in stores, I mean, this is kind of a weird way to say it, but in stores, at some point, they go on sales. They're like, come and get this thing. It's been on the shelf for so long.
Wow.
Come and get it.
They cut down the prices.
Yes.
50% off.
Yes.
60%
so that's why, like you said,
yeah,
they start taking down their list. So they're cutting down their own prices.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so now there are some things people are doing to leave the WhatsApp group that a lot of things, they're not so visible to the whole world. For instance, there's a lady that just announced that she's getting married recently. We talked about her earlier on. And the world was like, oh, wow, yes, you know, she's done it. She's done it. She's finally taken that step. And a lot of people didn't really think it was going to happen for her so quickly, for whatever reason.
I don't think it was so quickly because I think people knew she was single for a long time, actually.
So what do you think changed? What were the moves you think she made?
She has been intentional for a very long time.
Okay.
People just fail to realize that. People pick on like the Godwin group. They're looking at the idea of a relationship. They don't really look at the fact that a relationship takes work. They're looking at the TikTok challenge, the Instagram dates. Like, oh, we went to this date, it was beautiful. But they don't look at the fact that a relationship takes work. You know, there's dedication. You have to think of conflict resolution, things like that. To them, it's just you know, when it comes to holidays, that even puts extra pressure on this Godwin group.
Okay.
Because when it comes to Valentine's, they've already bought all their dates and sat down. Today is Godwin Day. So they go around and then every Valentine post, they're like, Godwin. God, even if I'm a young, peel me. There's just statements. They're like, you know. So holidays heighten it. And then people's engagement heighten it as well. So with her getting engaged recently, a lot of people were very motivated by that because I had a lot of clients say, you know, she gave me hope But then your hope is even misguided because you're trying to take her path, but not fully.
Wow.
Because you're saying, she gave me hope that I can find someone at this age. But she did some work.
She did a lot of work that you are not seeing.
You're not even trying to do that work. You're thinking it came easy to her, but not realizing that she was intentional about it.
And I think there's some deal breakers for some people, and age is one of them.
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh.
So I think maybe probably on that list, do you agree that she, removed that as a deal breaker?
Recently, we had a whole, storing your ex face thing.
Okay.
Because I realized at some points, most of the men on my category were saying they want a younger girl below 35.
Okay.
And my clientele is a bit older.
Yeah.
And then my clients are a bit older, they don't have kids and they want kids.
Interesting.
And then the men are saying they want younger because it's easier to have kids. So we kind of had to do a whole egg freezing educational information program thing.
Wow.
And then also educate the men on the fact that the age is not limiting to that.
Interesting.
So whatever means she might have taken, she might want to have kids, she might not want to. People think it's strange when people don't want to have kids. I don't know why.
Now that's another conversation for another day. That's a long conversation.
No, people think it's strange. I don't know. My mom was there on a consultation call I was having. The lady didn't want to have kids. My mom said, but somebody brought her into this world. She should be able to bring somebody else into this world too.
Wow.
I said, well, she didn't ask to be brought into the world.
Interesting.
You can't force it on someone to have kids.
Didi, this particular topic is something we cannot flesh out in one session, but we have you coming back again next week, so we'll see what we can do. The Godwin group, do you fall into this category? Are you still in this WhatsApp group? Well, let us know, and let us know the steps you're going to be taking to maybe make some moves
and changes.
Because
you need to find out if you really want a relationship, or if your Godwin is just based on the Instagram and TikTok things you're saying.
Didi, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back after this.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jammies. So
By 280 or 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show. Go. I can. That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one unavailable by Davido featuring Musiki.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym though, you're getting fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
It's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to sus? What is his name?
That woman.
Damn!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
And so we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really.
Welcome to the second lap of the show. You know what? We've been having fun all through the first lap of the show. It's a feel-good atmosphere, great vibes, all of that. Well, an hour is gone. We've got 45 more minutes to ensure that we kickstart the most productive day of the week very well.
Hopefully we've put a smile on your face so far as the second hour begins. We need to let you know we remain very addictive, and we have an array of top-notch family entertainment still coming your way. So get ready. Get ready, get ready.
All right, we're set for all of that we have on the second lap of the show. Canvas and sip and painter is already still there also, looking so wonderful in the kitchen. And I was asking me what you are doing this morning, ma'am. I don't know whether you're on a fit farm or you're not on a fit farm. I don't know. What's the situation with you at the moment?
Mike, get off my fitness.
I'm just asking. Get
off my fitness. Get off my diet.
I'm not on it.
Get off my diet.
I'm not on it. I'm not on your diet.
So, you know what? I am really fascinated about this morning's breakfast. Chef Quinton here, which of course I love your name.
Thank
Quinton.
you.
What does Quinton mean?
So, the full name is Angelou Quinton.
Angelou Quinton.
It means that I will not lack helpers.
Hey, amen. In short, that's my name from henceforth. Angelou Quinton, MM. Yeah, but he's making something really, really interesting this morning. Open-faced sandwich. Ooh. And he has this onion what?
Chili jam.
Onion chili jam. Mike, you have just been laying around in this kitchen. This breakfast here is going to knock your socks off, literally.
Oh dear me. We'll probably
I know Mike is not used to this kind of, fine dining breakfast, but don't worry, Mike. You're associating with me, will introduce you into the fine dining, world of fine dining. And culinary experience like you've never experienced before.
Lovely. You that promised fine food for how many years? I've not seen it till now. Well, my name is Mike Mexican, and it's great to be here.
And I'm Titi Lyle Onison. Yes, indeed, we're here with you, and we can be online with you as well. Just visit our website. That's tvcentertainment.tv if you want to stream live. We can also stream with you on YouTube. Just search for TVC Entertainment.
All right.
Yeah.
You can catch us on GOTV. We're there on channel 16. StarTimes will be 121. And then the terrestrial band will be the ultra high frequency 49, where we're working on it. For some areas, you'd get us back on it very, very soon.
Indeed. So, social media, just search for TVC Entertainment _ and use our hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC across all platforms.
All right, so we have Eniola still here in the house, a multimedia personality, television presenter, and actress. Will be here, and we'll be talking to her later on the show.
We've already heard from him once. We're going to hear from him again. Abdul Basit will be giving us another performance. Yeah, so far so good in the Wake Up Nigeria neighborhood.
Yeah. Let me see you. All right, we'll go and check out what the weather is like, and of course, I'll check out what Quinton is preparing in the kitchen. Now, just before I head over to Chef Kiton, let's just take a look at some sporting updates. Now, just yesterday, the 5th round FA Cup tie between Nottingham Forest and Ipswich Town got to penalties after extra time, a 1-1 scoreline in regulation time. Ipswich, who of course were winless in their last 15 games against Nottingham Forest in all competitions, took a shock lead through George Hirst as he headed home unmarked at the back post from a corner. Nottingham Forest captain Ryan Yates nodded home from close range to restore parity after a decisive in-swinger from Anthony Elanga. Of course, Nottingham Forest got to win that tie after penalty shootout, and they will face Brighton in the quarterfinals. All right, still on the FA, they're expected to consider whether to submit a clearly insufficient punishment claim that could result in a longer ban for Millwall's Liam Roberts following his red card challenge on Jean-Philippe Mateta. The incident came inside 6 minutes at Selhurst Park when Mateta challenged for a high ball just outside the area, and goalkeeper Roberts came out of his box, catching the Palace striker's head with his high boot. Mateta has been discharged from the hospital with 25 stitches in his left ear after a nasty challenge by goalkeeper Roberts, who is facing a 3-game ban after being shown a straight red card. Any case will be heard by Independent Regulatory Commission, who will decide if the standard ban should not be imposed. All right, it's the UCL. Let's take a look at the fixtures that are to be expected in the peak of UEFA Champions League last 16 ties later on today. Real Madrid and Atletico Madrid will meet at the Santiago Bernabeu in the first leg later on today. Carlo Ancelotti's champions needed to eliminate Manchester City from the playoffs just to make it this far. Their red and white foes finished in the top 5 of the league phase table. Now, elsewhere, Club Brugge, who defeated Atalanta and Ademola Lookman, will welcome Aston Villa to Belgium. Lille will travel to play Borussia Dortmund in Germany, while PSV Eindhoven will host next season Netflix Arsenal in Netherlands. It has now become, it's no longer a news that Arsenal are always looking forward to next season. In fact, Mikel Arteta has already started preparing to ensure that next season they will go. Patrice Evra made this quite popular, that Arsenal and Netflix are the same thing, always looking for next season. When will next season come? We never know. I could go on and on, but the Arsenal fans, they want me to go off. I hope you can still hear me. No, they've not turned on my mic. That's it on Sports Update. Don't go anywhere. I'll be in the kitchen just right after this.
Marina station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyingo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on.
You're my provider. You're my provider.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but
Hi, I'm Justina Lee Brown, and this is my family here, coming back to our old neighborhood where I was born and where I grew up until I was 12 years old. And here is my mother, Mrs. Rachel Ogadima. So she's bringing me back to this neighborhood because I've not been here for I visited it one time in between when I left, and since over 20 years I've not been back here. So just want to show you how my word and my life started.
You don't know, nobody knows what tomorrow may be.
You remember this environment? Or you
Oh my God, Mommy.
You should watch out and see where we are.
Whoa, Mommy, this is my first primary school. Oh my God, this is Unity Primary School, the first school I ever went to in my entire life. So this is Angelou here, and here we're going to move now to the street where we used to live and where my grandmother had a 2-bedroom. Face me, I slap you.
Be glad you got today. Smile to the beautiful song. Don't let fear steal that away. Baby, try to be happy. Forget all your pains. I know how you're feeling, baby, but you don't know. You don't know, and you never know.
And here we're in Angelou. This is the house I first grew up in from when I was born until when I was 5, 6, 12, call it. And this is where my life started from. For many years on this, outside this street here, I was sleeping with my mother. My grandmother had some 1 or 2 rooms inside the building, and on the other street there, we had a shop where we used to sleep because we had not our own home. So we had to sleep outside, rainy days, sunny days, on this ground where I'm sitting here. So it's very, very emotional for me.
Sleeping some days, no food to eat. Sometimes you can imagine yourself, you don't have food to eat, you are fasting without, not because you wish to fast, but just because you don't have anything.
To be back here after 25 years, to come to the same house, meet new set of people and some old friends of my mother, and to share my story with you. A house across used to be the best house. This house over there used to be the best house at that time, and I remember having a big dream that one day I want to have a big house like that, and that dream came true.
At times when I take her out, I always see her dancing to music, singing and doing a lot of things. I begin to imagine in my heart, is this girl going to be a musician, or how is it going to be? Sometimes when I ask her, Justin, go and do this, before I will wait for hours, I will not see her. I will come out, see her, she's singing.
Music started out of curiosity because I used to go out with my mother in some markets called Udo to hawk ice water. Now you call it pure water. So ice water, so she can give me some food. I discovered that I had singing talent inside of me. After singing, a lot of people come tip me, people give me some money. I had no idea that it was because of my singing. And I was pretty young, like 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, so everything started here in Angelou.
Along the line, I see my daughter coming up. She started like that singing. Along the line, we joined a church called Go Preach Mission in Maitu. They made her the head of choir at her 7 years of age. She sang in Go Preach. From Go Preach there, some American people came and interviewed her, and they loved her. From then, she started.
I've been doing music for the last 15, 16 years in Europe with my band called the JLB Live Band. So we travel across the world to Russia, Riga, Latvia, America, England, Germany, France, Italy, everywhere, sharing my music, my style of music, because my style of music is appreciated in that part of the world.
Whisper in the night, just like a thief. Open my eyes, but I see nothing clear.
It's so funny that this used to be my grandmother's room, and my grandmother had occupied these 2 rooms, and this used to be where we could play. And sometimes when my grandmother and my mommy have a fight, my mother have to sleep outside here with me for so many years. And I was very young then, but I remembered everything so well. That's the well, and I try to remember a lot of things. Coming back here, there's a lot of memories rolling into my head, and it's very emotional for me. So maybe I'm not saying a lot of things because I'm a bit emotional, so I'm a bit shy as well. So Auntie, thank you so much for bringing us back here.
And you never know what tomorrow may be.
I praise the Lord today for my friend Ngozi and in daughter, because they suffer a lot when they are in this compound. But today, my friend can boast in everywhere, in the midst of friends, in the midst of everybody. Glory be to God.
So many years ago, about 17, 16 years ago, I did a popular song called Omo Too Sexy. I don't know if you guys remember, Baba, you too sexy. So that was my big hit song here in Nigeria. And then 15 years ago, I moved to Europe doing my soul blues jazz. So at the moment, promoting the new song called You Never Know.
Think about the good times. Don't think of the sad times.
So in the last 15 years, I've released 5 albums.
From the way you talk and the way you look, you make me shake my shankolo.
My advice to everyone out there facing any kind of challenges, don't give up, because my mother didn't give up on me. My mother believed so much. Even though she was sleeping outside here with me, she never gave up. And I didn't give up on myself. I believed so much in myself. So I want everybody out there going through any kind of shades of struggle, don't give up. Just be honest with yourself, keep your strength together, and stay clean inside of yourself. And the sky is your starting point.
Don't give up. That's the story. All right, welcome back. And if you have been on the show, we've had Chef Kiton here. He has introduced what he wanted to do. But if you're just joining us, let's go over it once again. What are we preparing?
So we're making an open egg sandwich, an open-faced egg sandwich.
All right. So let's go over the ingredients once more.
We have some bread now. We've toasted the bread with some butter. And we're going to make the sunny side up. And then we have some arugula salad greens.
Okay.
And here's the secret ingredient.
This is a secret ingredient here. And what is this? What is it? So what is the secret? What is it?
So right here is an onion chili jam. And what is inside is some onion, some chili. So my take is you're eating pepper with your eggs.
Okay.
We like Nigerians like something a bit spicy. So
I
decided to take a take on jam.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. All right. Let's go. So we already have butter. That's what we used to for that.
For the bread, and I'm going to add some oil.
Some oil,
to the pan. Okay,
but we can use only butter if we want to, right? Do you have to use oil?
You can use only butter if you want to.
Okay.
But because of the smoking point of butter, you don't want to use so much of it. You want to use oil. Now, I'll still add butter because of flavors.
Okay. All right. All right. Okay, so we already, like you mentioned, this is your salad greens also. And then also this one, okay. The people have this your skill of breaking egg. If not me, now this you know go break one, so egg can discriminate. That's what egg does.
So I'm going to drizzle a bit of salt in it.
Okay. All right. Okay. This is what you call sunny side up?
Yes.
Okay, just because you don't beat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, because I want some flavor to it, I'm going to introduce you to our favorite person, Rosemary.
Rosemary?
Yes, her name is Rosemary.
All right. I thought it was a spicy thing when you hear rosemary. It's a thing that...
No, it's a herb. Beautiful aroma, beautiful.
Oh yeah, beautiful. I can perceive the aroma, I can perceive the scent.
So we're going to cook this on a very low heat so that it cooks all the way through.
Okay, can we take this out? Yes, okay. Just a little bit of that. Okay, yeah, just a little bit out there. But yes, the rosemary does really give it that exotic aroma. I don't want to use the word scent or smell, but aroma. I love the way it comes out and all of that. Okay, and yeah. All right. Okay. So wow, this is butter and oil. That means that it's just different from what it normally is and what it normally would be. Okay. Wonderful. Okay. And then we have to. Are we flipping it?
Because most Nigerians will not take runny eggs, so we're going to definitely flip it.
Okay. Yeah. But normally, if you are doing some sunny side up, you don't flip, Abi.
No, we don't.
You just leave it. That's why it is the
it's supposed
sunny
to look
side
like
up.
the sun. That's why it's sunny side up. Yeah,
definitely. I get what you mean there. But that's the point now. You run the risk of one side getting well, and then the other side is not. It doesn't get to, you know.
So
it doesn't get well.
This.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, so it's sunny side up, that's going there. We had some margarine and some oil and rosemary, giving it that aroma.
Yeah.
But the point is that you separated the rosemary. With that aroma, this is just for us. Would the aroma enter the food?
It will infuse with the dish.
Okay.
And even in the onion chili jam.
There's some rosemary in there. Okay.
Some rosemary in there.
Okay, wonderful. Like how all of that sounds. So he said that it's a twist to the normal breakfast that we take, but he's putting a twist, and then he has a secret ingredient, which of course is a onion chili sauce, but prepared in his own way. Is this cooked in any way, or is it just a mixture?
It is cooked.
Okay, it's cooked already. Yeah. Okay, wonderful. Okay, all right. Let's see how all of that will come together. And okay, yeah, that's one sunny side up. But then I like it when it's not fully done, because that's the way it's meant to be.
Yes,
good. That's the way. But like you said, some people don't like this one, but it's meant to be that way, and all of that. Okay.
So just
all right.
Click in there.
All right. Okay. Oh, we're still going. We have two more. All right. That's wonderful. So it's a twist to your normal breakfast and all of that, and our chef is here putting it all together. Fast, easy, sharp breakfast, all of that. So when all of this comes together, that's where we're going into our sandwich,
Yes.
Well, this one will go directly on the bread.
Just watch me do my magic.
Okay, you know what happens? We'll get to see the completion. In fact, just before we serve it, you'll see how we complete it and all of that. So yeah, and that will be Chef Kiton's special twist to the whole sandwich thing for breakfast, right? Okay, all right, we're still here. You get to see how it is when we're done. We'll take a very short time out now. Stay with us. We will be back.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jammies.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jammies.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, G for that long.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer, you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too. Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see some spoils.
That woman.
Bam! Bam!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned to TVC Entertainment for Pure Entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.
So do you have an interest in studying in the UK, or are you an alumni who studied in the UK? Well, this conversation is definitely for you. We have with us Ogunade Nene. She is the project manager, higher education, British Council UK Alumni Awards. And also we have with us the winner for this Study UK Alumni Awards, Igazuma Okoroba, with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you all doing this morning?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Great.
Thanks.
Good to have you both with us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, so first off, let's establish what the British Council Study UK Alumni Awards is about.
Okay, so the Study UK Alumni Awards, it's an award that recognizes outstanding achievement by UK alumni worldwide, and it honors UK alumni who have leveraged their UK education in making significant changes and impacts in their communities, in their industries, and even in their countries. Now, coming to Nigeria, as we're talking about, so we have UK alumni who have gone to the UK to study, and they didn't just stay there, they came back. Okay. And with what they have learned, with their skills and their experiences with the UK education that they got, they came to make impact in their various fields. And so for us in British Council, we recognize those people, we celebrate them.
So I'd go to Igazuma at this point. What was it about the award that interested you?
I have been a UK graduate for a couple of years. I didn't just study, I didn't just graduate, I have been a graduate. And every year, my alumni school would send me an email saying, apply for the Study UK Alumni Awards. And I looked at it and I said, have I made significant impact that I can share? And it's been about 15 years. And when I received that email this time, I said, I think I have done good work. And I really do need a platform to share, especially because I'm in a field, by the way. I'm the winner in the science and sustainability category. There are 4 categories. And I thought that sustainability was not a field that was well known. And this was an opportunity for me to showcase it, especially in the Nigerian context. So I thought, well, I could use my story to encourage people to discover this field of study.
We'll talk about the story in a bit, because I'm very, very curious, especially because you said sustainability is not an area that a lot of people are aware of. But before we move to that, Nene, talk to us about what these categories are and what the entry to, you know, to selection process, you know, talk to us about what how that was.
So we have 4 categories. We have the business and innovation category, and this talks about recognizing alumni who bring in initiatives into the business areas, and also who also give solutions in the area of business and impact their community. So we also have the second category, which is the cultural and creativity category. So the Cultural and Creativity Award recognizes alumni who have made impact in the area of art and culture. Then we have the Science and Sustainability, which she won. And this also people who have also make impact in their career around the area of science and sustainability. Then the final one is the Social Action, and Social Action Awards are for alumni who have touched the lives of the community around them, who have change, make positive social change in the lives of their people around them. And so those are the 4 categories that.
So what was the from the entry process to selection process? How many entries? Were there?
So the application starts in September. So for this year, we're putting up that application in September, and it just spans for one month and ends in October. And the criteria is just for those who have studied in the UK within 15 years.
Within 15 years?
Yes, within 15 years. And so when you have that, you can now, looking at the categories that were given, you see areas where you have, just like what she has said, areas where you have made impact, and now try and share your success stories. All what we demand from UK alumni in country and even outside is to just tell us how much impact that you have made leveraging on your UK education, and able to tell us the success. It's just basically just letting people know the benefits of studying in the UK, and this is what I've been able to come back home, to give back to the society. And it's for the application, we had over 100 applications for the national, but in terms of the global, because we have the National Alumni Awards and we also have the Global Alumni Awards. For those who are qualified for the National Alumni Awards are also considered for the Global Alumni Awards. And so we have over 1,300 applications, yes.
Globally?
So, yes, globally. And so we also have people, we have external judges who go through those applications and screen it down to the top 80, and this top 80 is about 20 in each of the categories, and then also sends that same top 80 to another set of judges who also go through that. So it's so tedious in the way that the process are very tight.
You know what? I'll move on. Move on to Igazumba now, because I mean, what was the process like for you in terms of, was it as rigorous? I mean, you won the category for science and sustainability. So talk to us about your experience.
Yeah, it was rigorous. I can tell you that. You know, from the start, but being a storyteller that I am, it was easy for me to tell my story. And one thing that studying in the UK taught me, differently from when I studied in Nigeria, I had my first degree in Nigeria, was that your perspective mattered. Okay, you didn't have to define things the way the textbook said it. Your perspective was important. So I really wrote the application from a point of truth, my story, my vulnerability. I had the opportunity to say these were my challenges in the UK, and I told my story, and then I backed it up with matrices of how much I achieved, targets I set, and the progress that I had made, because it was my final year and I wasn't going to enter without winning, because I graduated from the UK 15 years ago. 2009. So the 15 years she talked about, this was my last chance. Every year I skipped it, and then I needed to put in a good application. So it was lots of questions, and you need to be committed to share your story. And so that was just what I did. So it wasn't a very difficult experience for me, because I just told a story.
So because you have, I mean, you're in the science and sustainability industry. Let's talk about women participation for a minute. When people hear about science, they think men.
Yes.
It's a male-domineering field. So with what you have done and with your, with the project that you have done in this regard, how well are women represented, and what do you intend to do to ensure that, there is more women participation?
That's a very apt question, especially in this month.
Right. That's why I asked. That's why I asked, actually.
Sustainability, a lot of people don't know what it means, but it really means the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the needs of the future. There aren't Nigerian degrees, undergraduates, or even secondary school courses that teach sustainability. Right. So I had worked. I went to the UK as a mature student. I was married with children.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And it took some years working in the local content department of an oil and gas company, coming from a deprived community in the Niger Delta, for me to realize that there are problems. There are development problems. We do CSR, we do community, this and that. And these problems are not solved. So it was the motherhood instinct in me, thinking about what will my children find tomorrow if our environment is this degraded and there are no solutions. If CSR projects are being executed and you go back to the villages and you find them taken over by bushes, nobody is using them. I thought about those things and I said, you know what, my children deserve better. And after doing a bit of a research online, I stumbled on my school. I applied and I got a scholarship courtesy of my employer, Total Energies. So thank you, Total Energies, for that scholarship. And
go ahead.
That was the beginning for me of discovering how can we solve the problems of the community. And being a woman, the passion was there. So in the sustainability field, it can be argued that it is a female-dominated field because women have the passion, they seem to see problems and they want to solve the problems. So we are problem solvers. We would find researches, we look for multiple skills. So sustainability means that you have to be a good communicator, a good speaker, you have to know science, you have to know a bit of everything, But coming back to where I work presently, because on my day job, I'm the head of sustainability at my company, which is one of Africa's largest cement manufacturing companies. And in that business, it is a male-dominated business because it's an engineering business.
Yeah,
and this is where, again, my skills and competence in sustainability comes in. We look at the gender diversity ratios, especially in the factories.
Right.
And you find out that the reason why we have fewer engineers in the factories are for many reasons.
Right.
They want to have children, and then we say, okay, let's build creches so that they can stay, and then the husbands living at different locations.
Right.
There are institutional factors that make
sort of
these
impede it.
female
Right,
engineers
right.
say, I'm sorry,
I can't do it.
I would like to work in the headquarters, which is Lagos. And honestly, I say, we are many females in Lagos. I need women in the factories.
Listening to you speak, you are very passionate about this, and I see why you won this category. I mean, I think it was very well deserving.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nene, for what you're doing with with the British Council Alumni Awards, and coming to share this project with us, and also promoting it as well. Giving people creating that awareness and letting people know that they can always apply. And well done.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations once again,
Thank
Igazuma
you.
Okorova. All the best. And we'll talk about that sustainability conversation later on.
That's okay. Thank you.
All right, guys, and that's it for now. We have to head over to the kitchen. So our chef has made something very interesting. I hope you love sandwiches. Oh, fantastic. So let's head over to the kitchen, ladies, shall we?
Thank you, Evening. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the kitchen, Nene and Igazuma. Kinson is here.
Kinson is here, and we prepared this. So maybe you just want to tell us, maybe just the plating and preparation. What do you think about it?
What do you think? Can I start?
Oh, sure. Please.
First thing that comes to my mind is to ask if this is organically sourced or this is genetically modified, because we think about local sourcing of materials. So before I eat this, I want to know, are these free-range eggs or all the other vegetables, did we import them, or were they actually grown in Nigeria?
Arugulas are grown in Nigeria, especially in Jos.
These are arugulas?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Right.
How do you get them fresh from Jos?
No, so they have stores in Lagos. Where
okay.
Yes, and the eggs, they are farm fresh.
I have to ask about preservation, because that's another thing. When you transport them,
how do you preserve them?
How do you preserve them?
So our grains are always kept in the fridge at minus
For how
4
long?
degrees centigrade. So these salad greens, except it has not been exposed, can last 2-3 weeks.
Oh, right. I have to ask about energy efficiency.
Oh, wow.
And the cost.
I know, but please, if you'd like to dig in, we'll talk about, that later. Do you mind?
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right. So this is safe because it's organically
sourced,
right?
It is.
Okay.
It is.
I'll just take a bite and I hope you're not jealous.
No, I am actually. I am. And thanks for bringing that, because when next time eating out, I'll ask them, is this genetically modified? Or
is it organically sourced?
Organically sourced. Thank you so much.
Chef Titon, yeah, the man. Well done. It's sure for you, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's sure for you. All right. But while we're getting all of this set, Basit was with us earlier on. Yeah. And something I know is that this time around people are fasting. Not many people want to eat and then they get to take it a little bit later. But this is kind of stuff that they can get to eat a little bit later. But hey, come on. Abdul Basit, of course, giving us a wonderful performance to take out the show. Thank you for being a part of this show. It's been a wonderful time. Monday and of course Tuesday. We will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Right. Don't go anywhere. All right. Abdul Basit, take it away.
Over to you.
Thank you.